I have tried many times to touch your heart, and today I call you to stop, because something very important is drawing near to your life tonight. My beloved child, I do not speak this word to make you panic, nor do I come to you as a cold rebuke. I come as the Father who has patiently walked beside you through stormy seasons, who has seen you worn out by things no one fully understands, who has heard the sighs you hide behind your smile, and who has waited for the moment when you would become still enough to hear my voice again. There are times when I only whisper, because I want you to recognize my gentleness in the midst of a noisy life. But there are also times when I must hold you back with a clearer word, because you are standing before a movement, a turning point, a revealing that, if you accidentally pass by it, you may not recognize my hand opening the way for you. Do not take lightly what is being placed before you. Not every pause is meaningless, and not every call within the heart is merely a passing emotion. There are moments I arrange like a small lamp set beside the road, so that you may realize in time that you should not keep walking in distraction. I have seen you pass by many signs, telling yourself that perhaps they were only coincidences. I have seen you brush aside gentle reminders because you were too busy with responsibilities, worries, and things that had to be handled right in front of you. I understand. My child, I know life has made you run too much. I think too much, and try too hard. But precisely because I understand, I do not want busyness to steal what I am trying to give you in this moment. I called you in stormy days, when everything around you seemed to shake and you did not know what to hold on to. I called you in the quiet spaces, when there was no one beside you, only you facing questions that were not easy to answer. I sent you people, words, delays, closed doors, and very small feelings of peace or unease, yet many times you passed through them as though passing through a breeze. You did not intentionally move far from me. Your heart was simply weary. Your mind was pulled in too many directions, and old pain made it hard for you to believe that I was still speaking so gently. Today, I do not blame you. I only draw you closer and say, hear me this time with your whole heart. Because what I want to show you is not meant to take away your peace, but to bring you out of confusion. A shaking is coming. But do not be quick to fear when you hear this. Not every shaking comes to destroy. Sometimes I allow something to tremble so you may recognize which foundation is no longer firm. Sometimes a truth is revealed that hurts you at first, but saves you from a long road of pain afterward. Sometimes a door closes suddenly, not because I have rejected you, but because I am protecting you from a place that does not belong to you. Sometimes a change turns your familiar world upside down. Yet from that very place, I open a new season, one that is purer, brighter, and closer to the purpose I have for you. Therefore, if tonight something causes you to stop, consider, or look at everything with new eyes, do not resist in fear. Ask me, Father, what are you teaching me? You prayed for guidance, but sometimes when I send guidance, it does not look like the image you expected. You ask me to open a way, but sometimes before I open a new way, I must cause you to leave the old road. You asked me for a miracle, but sometimes the miracle begins when I keep you from a wrong choice. You asked me for healing, But sometimes healing begins when I reveal the things you have avoided for too long. I do not act to shame you, and I do not expose anything to make you collapse. I bring light so falsehood can no longer hide, so confusion can no longer rule. So what has quietly worn you down must lose its power before my truth. My light is not meant to burn you, it comes to lead you back to life, to peace, and to a way of walking no longer held by the old darkness. I know you have become far too used to carrying everything by yourself. You often think that if you do not control everything, everything will fall apart. You often try to solve things by your own strength, remain silent to avoid troubling others, and convince yourself that you are fine even while many things inside are breaking. But my beloved child, I never created you to live in a constant state of holding yourself up alone. I am your refuge. I am the one who goes before you to prepare the way, behind you to preserve you, and beside you to lift you when your steps grow weak. If today I call you to stop, it is not because I want to take something good from you, but because I want you to recognize what truly comes from me and what is only disguised as an opportunity in order to pull you away from peace. Bring everything that confuses you before me. If there is a decision that makes your heart heavy, do not rush into it simply because you fear missing out. If there is a relationship that causes you to lose purity and inner calm, let me shine light upon it. If there is an invitation that looks attractive but pulls you away from uprightness, step back and seek wisdom. I do not lead you through chaos. I do not bless you by making you trade away your dignity. I do not open a door with a key that forces you to hide yourself in darkness. What comes from me may require courage from you, but it will carry clarity. What comes from me may require you to change, but it will not cause you to lose the deep peace I have placed within you. Today, I am touching the deepest place within you, the place that has many times been covered by noise. I am awakening the sensitivity you thought you had lost. I am calling the faith still glowing beneath the ashes of disappointment to burn again. I want you to understand that I have not grown tired of loving you. My love has not run dry. My mercy has not diminished. My patience has not disappeared because of the times you were distracted. But it grieves my heart to watch you keep circling around the things that exhaust you. I keep hearing the voice of fear louder than my voice. Keep allowing old wounds to interpret your future instead of my promise. Therefore, today's call is a call of rescue. I am holding you back before you step deeper into a place that was never meant for you. If you have overlooked signs before, today there is still grace to return. If you once drifted slightly because of haste, today there is still light to correct your steps. If you have condemned yourself because you did not clearly hear my voice, stop beating your heart with harsh words. I do not call you near so you can sink into shame. I call you near so you can be restored. If only you stop, open your heart, and say to me with simple honesty, Father, please lead me. I will not reject you. I will place peace where there is confusion, clarity where there is haze, courage where there is trembling, and a path before you one step at a time. So tonight, be watchful, but do not panic. Listen, but do not torment yourself. Observe what I allow to be revealed, but do not let your heart be swallowed by suspicion. If there is something you need to release, I will give you strength to release it. If there is something you need to keep, I will give you wisdom to keep it rightly. If there is a door you need to walk through, I will place peace as the sign. If there is a path you need to avoid, I will cause your heart to recognize it before it is too late. You are not abandoned before what is coming. I am with you in gentleness and power. I will not let you wander in the night without a light to guide you. Remember, my child, what I warn you about is not meant to make you lose sleep, but to bring you into true rest. What I shake is not meant to destroy you, but to break what has been imprisoning you. What I speak today is not because I have stopped being patient, but because I love you too much to remain silent when you need guidance. Lay down the distractions, the fears, the self-blame, and the noises competing for your attention. Return to me in stillness. Let your heart hear the voice of your Father again. And when tonight passes, you will no longer be someone carried by storms into uncertainty. You will be one awakened by light, covered by love, guided by truth, and held by my hand as you step into a new season of peace, clarity, and hope. But tonight will not be like the nights you have already passed through, because in this quiet place, a movement is beginning that your eyes have not yet fully seen. Tonight, something that has been pressed down for too long will be broken open. An invisible wall that once kept you from entering peace will begin to shake. A door that once stood silently closed before you will be touched by my power. And you need to understand why I am holding you in this moment. Why I do not allow you to pass by, as if this were only another ordinary night. I hold you here not to frighten you, but because I love you so deeply. I cannot let you step into something dangerous without being awakened. I cannot let you keep walking in confusion when before you are things that require your alertness, require your listening, and require you to place your heart back into my guidance. My beloved child, this is not a threat. This is the protection of the Father for you. I see what you cannot yet see. I know what is forming long before you feel the unrest inside your heart. There are movements in your life that did not appear suddenly as you imagined. They were quietly seeded through choices, relationships, doors, places where you stayed too long, and even things you tried to ignore because you were afraid to face them. I saw it from the beginning. I saw what was drawing near. I saw the places that could wound you if you entered them without discernment. Therefore, when I call you to stop, it is not to prevent you from living, but to protect you from what does not belong to the life I have for you. Perhaps in this past season you have felt alone, as though your voice fell into empty space and no one truly understood what you carried. Perhaps you sat in a crowd and still felt lost inside, smiled at others, while inwardly you only wanted to find a quiet place to breathe. But you are not forgotten. You have never disappeared from my sight. Perhaps you feel cracked, as though what happened took too much strength, too much hope, too much of the clarity you once had. But I have never abandoned you in that cracked place. I was with you in every moment when you cried behind closed doors, when no one saw the pain you were trying to hide, when you wiped your tears and stepped out as if you were still fine, when you lay down with a heart heavy as though carrying an entire storm season in your chest. I saw it all. I saw how heavy that pain became. I saw you trying to be strong because you did not want to trouble anyone. I saw you telling yourself that you had to endure a little longer. Be patient a little longer. Stay silent a little longer. While inside you were almost depleted. I saw you collapse beneath burdens you were never meant to carry alone. I saw the nights when you asked me why everything was lasting so long. Why you had not yet escaped the feeling of being pressed down. Why the things you prayed for seemed so delayed. And I tell you that I was not indifferent. I was not silent because I did not care. I was there, very near, closer than your sigh. And I was waiting for the right time to step in a way no one could deny. Now, I am intervening, not because you have done everything perfectly, but because my mercy has covered you, not because you are strong enough to save yourself, but because you are my child. I am stepping into the places that have been covered by weariness for too long. I am touching the knots you do not know how to untie. I am exposing what must be brought into the light, closing dangerous paths, and opening roads you never thought could exist. What I have for you is not small. It is not only a little temporary relief so you can survive a few more days. It is a new opening, a deep restoration, a gracious redirection that your eyes have never seen and your mind has never fully imagined. Therefore, do not fear the shaking. Do not panic when unstable things begin to tremble. Do not think that everything breaking means you are losing everything. There are things that must break open so you are no longer imprisoned inside them. There are shells that must crack so new life can rise. There are relationships that must leave so you are free to breathe in peace. There are plans that must dissolve so I can place in your hands a better, purer, and more rightful journey. My intervention sometimes comes as an open door, but sometimes it comes as a closed door. Sometimes I save you by adding to you, but sometimes I save you by taking from you what has quietly drained you. Hear me with a tender heart in this moment. Tonight is not the time for you to return to the things I have drawn you out of. Tonight is not the time to convince yourself that old pain is a refuge simply because it is familiar. Tonight is not the time to ignore the call awakening clarity within you. I am holding you here because I want you to live, not merely survive. I want you to enter the next portion with open eyes, with a heart anchored in peace, with ears able to recognize my voice among countless noises. I want you to understand that what is coming is not meant to destroy you, but to clear the way for you. The shaking is not meant to swallow you, but to separate you from what is no longer allowed to rule your life. You are not alone in this night. I am standing near you. I am covering you. I am placing my hand on your shoulder and calling you back to wakefulness. Entrust to me your fear, your weariness, your confusion, and even the questions that still have no answer. Let me do what you cannot do by your own strength. Let me break what has imprisoned you for too long and open before you the good I have prepared. Your eyes have not yet seen all of it, but I saw it from the beginning. Your heart has not yet understood everything, but I arranged it with love. And when this night passes, you will begin to realize that I did not hold you back to delay you. I held you back to save you, guide you, restore you, and bring you into a dawn that my compassionate hand prepared long ago. This warning does not come to make you afraid, but to awaken you before you return to the places from which I mercifully drew you out. My beloved child, hear me with a calm and open heart, for I am not speaking to you in anger, nor am I bringing this word to condemn you. I am calling you with the love of a father who does not want to watch you step further into the old road and suffer again because of things that have already been revealed. Some shakings around you are not a sign that I have abandoned you, but proof that I am intervening. Some breaking is not because you have been rejected, but because I am clearing space for something better to enter. When a foundation is no longer strong enough, I will not let you keep building upon it. When a connection no longer brings life, I will not let it continue draining your peace. When a door does not open, sometimes it is not failure, but my gentle protection. You have seen plans change, human promises fail, and doors that seem certain eventually close. You have asked why everything kept slipping from your hands. Why what you tried to hold kept falling away. Why the people you placed hope in could not walk with you to the end of the road. I know those questions have made you tired. I know you tried to understand with reason, tried to explain every loss, tried to find meaning in days that seemed filled only with rupture. But my child, not everything that leaves you is a loss. Some departures are mercy in disguise. Some delays are protective fences. Some failures are my hand turning you away from a road that was not meant for you. I allowed those things not to break you, but so you would not remain tied any longer to what no longer belongs to your future. Now, I need you to hear me in this very moment. Before old habits pull you back to places that once weakened you, do not return to what I delivered you from only because it is familiar. Do not call a harmful relationship safe only because you fear loneliness. Do not step back through an old door only because the new door has not yet opened wide before your eyes. There are things I drew you out of with gentleness, but if you keep returning, you will place yourself in a cycle. I do not want you to suffer again. I do not force you with cold power. I invite you with patient love. But you must choose to listen. You must choose to stop. You must choose not to trade the peace just beginning to bloom for a familiarity that once wounded you. There is a hidden battle taking place that your natural eyes cannot see, but your heart has sensed it for a long time. The heaviness you drag through each day, the worry pressing upon your chest in quiet hours, the strange feeling that something is no longer right, all of this is not only your imagination. I have placed within you the ability to recognize when something needs attention. Sometimes you feel uneasy not because you are weak, but because I am stirring you so you do not fall asleep. Sometimes you lose comfort in a familiar place, not because you are difficult, but because my grace is warning you that that place no longer fits the road ahead. Do not take those pure impressions lightly. Do not silence the gentle reminder in your heart simply because you are afraid to change. This warning does not call you to live in suspicion, but to live in watchfulness. I do not want you to look at everyone with fearful eyes, but I want you to discern what brings peace and what takes the light from within you. I do not want you to run from every challenge, but I want you to know when to stand firm and when to leave. I do not want you to react in haste, but I want you to stop long enough to hear what I am saying. There are battles not won by speaking more, but by being silent at the right time. There are traps you do not need to break by your own strength. You only need not step into them. There are doors you do not need to slam shut. You only need not return to knock again. Tonight, A shift is taking place within you and around you. This is not a small change that only touches the surface of your life. It is a quiet but deep turning point, where I begin to break what has kept you confined for too long. I am loosening knots you cannot loosen yourself. I am shaking false foundations so you no longer place your trust in what is fragile. I am bringing hidden things into the light so you no longer walk in blindness. I am widening the path ahead. But before you walk into it, you must allow old things to fall from your hands. You cannot carry every old wound into a new season and expect that season to bloom in peace. You must allow me to heal, purify, and reorder. If you listen to me, you will not be shaken when everything around you begins to move. You will not panic when a plan changes direction. You will not collapse when someone leaves. You will not see a closed door as the final period. You will recognize that I am still in the midst of everything, still holding every detail, still going before you to prepare the place where your feet have not yet stepped. But if you ignore this call, if you continue walking as though nothing needs to change, you may enter a new season with a heart not yet ready, eyes not yet awake, and hands still clutching what I told you to release. I do not say this to threaten you. I say it so you may be prepared. I want you to step into what is next with clarity, not with a naivety that gets wounded once again. Let me break what needs to be broken. My beloved child, let me move away from you what is no longer allowed to shape your life. Let me uproot the habits that pull you back into pain, the thoughts that make you doubt your worth, and the bonds that make you forget the peace I have given. What I am doing may make you uncomfortable for a time, but that discomfort is not meant to destroy you. It is the sign of a new birth. When soil is plowed, it looks overturned. But it is in that very place that new seeds can take root. When a room is cleaned out, at first it may seem empty, but that space is where something more beautiful will be placed. So now, stand still before me and listen. Do not react too quickly. Do not rush back to the old simply because your heart is afraid. Do not quickly conclude that the shaking is punishment. Look with faith. I am clearing the way. I am cleansing the atmosphere around you. I am drawing you away from distraction so you can hear my voice more clearly. I am preparing you to enter a chapter into which you cannot carry old bonds. You are still safe in me. Even when everything around you changes, you are still loved. Even when I correct your path, you are still protected. Even when I allow a few things to fall away so you no longer rely on them. Trust me in this shift. I know what must be removed, what must be kept, what must be healed, and what must be opened at the right time. You do not need to understand every detail right now. You only need not ignore my call. Step closer. Keep your heart awake. Choose peace instead of panic. Choose obedience instead of returning to the old way. I am leading you through the shaking to bring you to a steadier place. I am allowing certain things to end so you will not miss the beginning that has been prepared. And when you look back, you will understand that today's warning was not the sound of fear, but the call of love, the call of protection, the call of the Father who saw what you had not yet seen and came at the right time to keep you in my light. I have a future for you, a future that does not carry the shape of the past that once wounded you. My beloved child, hear me with a softened heart, because I do not remind you of this to make you hurt more, but to pull you out of the place where you have remained too long. You keep looking back, keep returning to old wounds, old words, old losses, as if they still have the right to decide who you will become. But I say to you that what has passed is not allowed to hold back what I am preparing ahead. The past may have touched you, may have made you cry, may have made you weary, but it does not have the right to write your whole story. I know that pain is real. I do not deny the nights you stayed awake. I do not take lightly the moments when you wondered why you had to pass through that. Nor do I forget the times when you tried to stand firm, though inwardly you were nearly shattered. I was there in every heavy breath. I saw you remain silent when you no longer had the strength to explain. I saw you wipe away tears before stepping outside. I saw you try to love while you yourself needed comfort. If I did not allow that pain to take you down, it is because I still have purpose for you, still have an opening for you, still have brighter days waiting ahead. Therefore, do not trade the new season just to keep the shadow of the old one. Do not let what once wounded you become the chain that binds you to the place I have called you to leave. There are memories you cannot erase immediately, but you can entrust them to me day by day. There are wounds not yet fully closed, but you do not have to live as if they are your home. I am not asking you to pretend that nothing ever happened. I am only inviting you to believe that what happened is not greater than what I am about to do. This moment is my mercy for you. I am allowing you to see more clearly, recognize more deeply, and stand more firmly before the things that are coming begin to move powerfully. When something shakes, I do not want you to panic like someone without refuge. I want you to remember that I called you first, reminded you not to give up, and placed within you the confirmation that I am still sovereign over all things. Even if circumstances look surprising, even if tonight unsettles your heart, you are still not outside my protection. Let your heart return to peace. Release from your hands the things you are no longer entrusted to carry. I am not telling you to forget by your own strength. I am teaching you to keep walking with my support. What lies ahead of you is not a frightening emptiness, but the road I have prepared with love. When everything changes, remember that you are safe in me. When the old tries to pull you backward, remember that I am calling you forward. Your future is still in my hand, and that hand has never let you go.